Hello and welcome to Sketch Quest. We here at TYG have collected some of the most talented artists within our reach to create this series as we work towards improving our artistic skills. Come join us and begin your journey today. Your legend starts here. But before we can paint for the gods, it's time to start with some basics. And don't worry if you're only just starting out, because I'll be learning alongside you. And remember, if you want to share your creations with us, use the hashtag SketchQuest. Let's see what today's quest is, shall we? Today's quest giver is VTuber, illustrator and artist extraordinaire J.L.Phillips. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming back. Are you excited to get into it?
Very excited.
So what's the quest that we're doing today?
So today we're going to be learning about facial proportions and mainly face shapes.
Ooh.
So you've probably seen these face shapes before, usually in makeup or magazines to show you maybe how to contour or do your makeup well. But this also applies to art. So the reason why it's good to learn a few different face shapes is to avoid something that's typically known in the art community as same face syndrome. And what same face syndrome is, it's when artists typically draw the same face over and over again and they lack diversity within their face shapes. So here's a few different face shapes that we can study and learn from. You can see here, this would be classed as a round face. And here is a square face, which usually is a bit longer. The heart face is usually defined by the hairline and comes into a sharp jaw here. And you can see there's loads of different face shapes that we can explore. But before we learn some of these face shapes, we're going to learn some basic facial proportions. So you probably see a lot of artists start drawing faces like this. So I'm going to break it down. Here we have a circle shape, which is kind of the ball or part of your skull, and the upper part here is the cranium, kind of where it holds your brain mainly. And down here is where the face and jaw actually is. So the reason why we typically draw this kind of structure when we're starting to draw is to get the basic form of the skull before we start adding eyes and lips and nose, etc., before it gets complicated. Mm-hmm. The reason why we tend to divide it in half is so that it gives us a good idea of where to place things like the eyes and nose from there. Mm-hmm. So we can actually split the face into 3 quarters. The first quarter being where the cranium is, and this is usually where the brow line sits. The second quarter being where the nose and the eyes typically go, and it should end where the nose ends here. And the third quarter being where the mouth and chin would go. But we can split these down further to be able to show where the facial features should actually lie on the face. So the mouth typically is between the line of the end of the nose and the chin, just in the middle there. And the eyes tend to sit just a little below the brow line, like so. And when we've drawn them, it should look something like this, where the line would be here and here. There are more lines, but we're going to deconstruct them in the next episodes. I would say these are kind of the basic sort of proportions to learn. However, they do obviously change from face to face. No one is perfectly symmetrical. Some people are going to have face proportions that are a little bit off, and that's completely normal. You don't have to have fully symmetrical art for it to be good art. So you don't have to rely on the symmetry tool. You can do this freehand, Yeah.
We all know my opinions, the symmetry tool.
Okay. So, Mashi, I've given you a face that looks similar to this one, and we're gonna just take this picture here. Let me resize it. Can you see it there?
Yep.
That'll have to do. And using a layer on a lower opacity, I want you to be able to draw some different face shapes onto this face and then be able to kind of correct the face to be similar to the face shape we've drawn, if that makes sense.
Right, okay. I can do this. We will
Okay.
be putting a link in the description below for everyone at home to play along with us. You can find all resources on our website, treatyourgeek.com. And yeah, we'd like to see what you come up with. Use the hashtag SketchQuest. But let's see what we can do today. Right, what are you going to do? Are you going to do... I want to do a heart
Start with
shape.
a heart.
We both went heart.
Both heart, yeah. I think heart
Yeah.
is a really easy one to start out with because the chin is really the right kind of pointiness for a heart. I'm just going to go over in a red myself. So heart would start at the base of the hair here. Just going to use the fill tool to make it a lot quicker. And then I'm just going to duplicate the layer underneath the base and be able to copy it so that we have a second version of it.
I just did it all on a new layer.
Put it on top there, and then I'll hide the original, and then I can alter it to be similar to this heart shape. So the first thing I notice about the heart shape is mainly the hairline. It like points in at the top quite a bit. I would say the facial structure is actually already kind of heart shaped as it is.
Right, I'm just going to say this. All I can see right now is Dragon Ball Z hair. Right, it's Vegeta, man. Look, it's Vegeta.
I like it. The heart kind of hairline always kind of reminds me a bit like of mainly gothic styles.
They had like those big brows, didn't they?
Like so. Oh my gosh.
See? It's Vegeta!
Oh wow. You drew that so fast. I'm really impressed.
I've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z on Toonami on YouTube.
Oh my goodness.
It is his Vegeta, isn't it?
Yeah,
And he's
I see it now. I see it now. I love it.
I'm coming for you, Kakarot.
It's so good.
Okay. Who else can we come up with? What other face shapes?
I'm gonna come up with like maybe an oval or a square next. I might do those two.
Okay. I can't think of what characters this is gonna look like.
You don't know until you know.
You don't know? Yeah, okay.
Until you find out.
The triangle ones are strange to me. I don't see them in my head really.
Oh, the triangle ones are mainly with the proportion of like the head or the cranium is quite large compared to the actual jaw here. As you can kind of see, let me zoom in a little bit. To have this kind of facial feature, there we go. You can see that the cheeks here are actually more defined on the sides. Like there and there. I would say a lot of it is down to like the jaw. You can see the jaw is rounded on the round one, very squarish on the square one. And that's when the cheekbones start to come in with like the heart-shaped one. You can kind of see that.
So the triangle one, it would be a case of like, so the upside down triangle is like that, more like? Is that where the triangle would be?
It would actually be the opposite way. So if you flip the triangle upside down. Yeah, like that. So the triangle would actually start at the cranium, which would be like near the hairline, and then it would go down to the jaw. So you can kind of see how it probably would have to be a lot bigger, but you can see how like the cheekbones would really be like more pronounced with this kind of face shape. And the jaw might be quite...
I've got it. I know which character it is.
Okay. I'm doing a round one.
Oh my god.
I mean, they don't have to be exact, which is what I really like about this exercise. That you can just mess around with it.
Oh wow, this is going badly. This is not what I had planned.
Who do you have in mind?
I was so cursed. It was the chin went. No, I'm gonna redo this.
Okay.
I had the sexy Squidward in my head.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it now, yeah.
Yeah, like, because his cheekbones are here. And then they came down to, like, his, like, mouth.
I like that.
Like...
I mean, that's a very extreme example, but yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, but there's an the other triangle at the bottom, in the middle one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
How would that one go?
All right.
Because she's a lot wider, isn't she?
Oh, this one. Okay. This one's very interesting. I don't really see this one commonly used, but it means that the jaw is quite like pronounced on the bottom half of the face. So it would mean that maybe the forehead would be quite small, but it would have a bigger jawline, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's how I would see it personally.
Kind of look like jowls.
Yeah. I love dogs with jowls though. They're so cute.
I love the cartoons when you get the ladies with like the jowls and like it's just the way they like age the character, but then when they actually animate them and it's gross.
I think a good example of a character with like that kind of face shape would be the guy from Up, the movie. Like he has a very squarish jaw with like the kind of jowl look to him.
He's got a big
I'm quickly just gonna do a squarish shape now.
He had a square head, didn't
he? Yeah. Learning face shapes is really cool because like when we're drawing like characters for like very cartoony kind of looks, that they really play on the shapes and accentuate them quite a lot. So it's a really great way to be able to create new characters. I know they do tend to use like very round shapes towards characters. They want to be very kind, and they tend to use very sharp shapes like triangles on like villain characters quite a bit. Just to, I guess it's to give it that kind of edge, isn't it? Like,
Mm.
mm. I feel like this one looks kind of similar to the round face, actually.
Oops.
I used to always see these like in makeup books and stuff, and I could never work out what face shape I was. I always thought it was really confusing.
I don't even know what face shape I am. I
had
just
a
slap makeup on and pray.
That is, yeah, as long as it works, it works. I had a teacher and she told me that like I should put lipstick around the edge of my face and it would show me what my face shape was.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, but I think all face shapes look really similar in a lot of respects, so it can be quite hard to tell.
It's like, are you a pear or an apple bottom? Like, I got a butt, man.
Yeah, I don't know what body shape I am either. I've got no idea.
I wear age 13 boys clothing. Good luck.
I really love the dramatic eyebrows you've given it.
You've seen my eyebrows. Everyone gets dramatic eyebrows. But it's the only kind of brows I know. Like, I see them every day. They are mine.
And the way that you've made the eyes a bit smaller there really gives it more of a sultry look, like as if they're wearing like eyeshadow. I really like that.
Just do it in. I'd never be able to get this to a finished piece though. Like, I can doodle, I can't draw. But yeah, this is fun. Doing lots of different face shapes.
But we'll get you there. It's all right.
That is the quest, isn't it? We're all going to paint for the gods.
Yeah.
Just do some quiffy sideways hair.
I mean, the whole point of giving the guides is so that one day you just won't need them. And when you've been drawing enough, you don't even remember this stuff. You just do it by nature. So it's okay.
Side haircut.
I love how animated you make it. Like I couldn't even imagine this like just turning into something looking so realistic. Like your brush strokes are really good as well.
Oh, thank you.
I really like it.
But I just learned from the masters. Y'all are here to give the quests. Yeah, here we go.
So here's a few different face shapes that you can practice and the basic proportions of the face. I hope that it was helpful and I really would love to see what you do with it.
Remember to use the hashtag SketchQuest. We'll also put the examples of the different face shapes on the website for you all to find. And there will be a link in the description below. Remember to give JLP a follow on all the social medias. And thank you very much for being here again today.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you all next time for the next quest. Later, taters. Bye.
Bye.